I'm about to drop some knowledge that'll shake your world. You've heard of Malcolm, Mandela and Garvey, right? But what about the ones they never taught us? The warriors who shook empires and paid the ultimate price. These weren't just rebels without a cause. They were visionaries. Today, we're going to talk about 10 black revolutionaries the West doesn't want you to know about. These brothers and sisters, they weren't playing around. They were out here fighting for freedom, justice, and everything we hold dear. Let's start with Samory Toure. They called him the Black Napoleon, but that ain't even scratching the surface. This brother wasn't out here for conquest. He was protecting West Africa from French domination. Captured in 1898, exiled but never broken. Now, let's hop over to Jamaica. In their mountains, the British met their match. Nanny of the Maroons, she wasn't playing. She led escaped Africans into battle, fought with fire and faith, turned the whole jungle into a fortress. The spirit of rebellion, it lived in her and it still does. That's the kind of power we're talking about. Listen up now, my bones will rise again. Those were the words of Mbuya Nehanda Chare Nyakasikana, a spirit medium turned warrior queen. She led the Shona rebellion and the British executed her. But her legacy? Immortal. She became the soul of Zimbabwe's revolution. That's the kind of fire they couldn't extinguish. Then we got Highland Garnet. This brother told the enslaved to resist with the sword. He was the fire before the movement, the first black man to speak before Congress. A preacher, a radical, a truth-teller. They feared his words because, you know what? Words are power. Now let's talk about Jamila Buhired. This sister planted bombs in colonial cafes, fought for Algeria's freedom, tortured, sentenced to die. But the world rallied and she walked free. And we can't forget Abd al-Qadir. A scholar, a general, a man of faith, led 15 years of resistance against French colonizers in Algeria. He prayed before battle, protected even his enemies. Honor was his armor. He showed the world that jihad could mean justice. You know what I'm saying? These are the stories they don't want us to know, but we're here to tell them. Al-Qadir's struggle reminds us that resistance comes in many forms. Sometimes it's a sword, sometimes it's a pen, sometimes it's a prayer. These aren't just names, y'all. They're flames in the dark. Their stories were buried, but we're here to dig them up. Speak their names, share their fire. Because the revolution isn't over, it just moved online. We got to keep this knowledge alive for the next generation. Because when we know our history, when we understand the strength of those who came before us, that's when we truly become unstoppable. So let's carry their spirit forward. Let's make sure their sacrifices weren't in vain. The struggle continues. But now we know we stand on the shoulders of giants.